Hey everybody, today there's been a little bit of a leak of some Battlefield 4 news on the new DLC, Dragon's Teeth. Now, not that much is actually known about this DLC other than DICE describes it as an all-out urban warfare in war-torn cities locked down with the Chinese army. And going by this cover art here that they just released, you can see what looks like probably a Chinese building back there. It's a little blurred, it's hard to tell. I mean, it could be maybe a Chinese movie theater or something like that here in, I say, like America, and which I would love if it was actually in America. But I'm gonna guess they're not gonna roll that way. It's probably somewhere. I'm gonna guess China, or maybe that could be Japanese. But I'm gonna guess that's Chinese. And it's pretty safe to say there's gonna be 4 maps on this, like every other DLC they've ever produced in the last couple of years. DICE also did announce we're gonna actually see the gameplay next week. So stay tuned for that. The first weapon, and this is going to be the Bulldog 7.62. 7.62 stands for the 7.62 millimeter NATO round. I'm going to guess this gun's going to hit fairly hard. I don't think it's going to have that fast of a fire rate. Probably around 700. People have been digging around and found a little bit of data on this, and it looks like it's going to be more like a Scar H than anything else. It's going to have that 34 damage maximum, and we're going to see about the ammo capacity. It's probably going to be around 20, just like the Scar H. We'll see if this thing's got some kick or what's going on with this later, I suppose. Next up is the SIG MPX. I'm not sure if this is going to be a carbine or this is going to be a PDW. It's more so of a PDW than anything else. So I'm going to guess it's going to roll that way. And this thing is, it can shoot a variety of ammunition in real life. I don't know what the game's going to use. I want to guess it's kind of going to go with the 9mm. And basically, this thing is very, very similar to an MP5. I know a lot of people love that weapon. And this is probably about the closest you're actually going to get to it. Next up is the Macmillan CS5. This is a bolt-action rifle that has a built-in suppressor. In real life, this gun breaks apart and is very specialized towards being very stealthy in urban combat. It shoots a 308 projectile. I guess we'll see what this actually turns into in the game. I'm not sure how this is going to work because in most suppressed rifles, most people don't like them, especially bolt-action. Of course, this being the close quarters DLC, I'm going to guess they're going to make it so it's not very good at range, but I'm going to probably fires fast, I suppose. I guess we'll see here in another couple weeks. Next up after this, we got the Unica 6. It's a semi-auto revolver. So this might play out a little bit different. I'm going to guess the fire rate's going to be fairly fast, but of course, with that small capacity, I'm not sure how this is going to work out. This does fire the 44 Magnum or 357 Magnum, so it's going to hit pretty darn hard. And I don't know how they're going to balance this out yet, because if this thing shoots fast, I guess you do have that low capacity. At the same time, you're going to wreck people if they're close up and you put a couple rounds in them. I mean, this is going to drop people pretty darn fast if it works the way I would think it would work. But your aim is going to have to be there, because if you miss shots, you're definitely going to get dropped, because that ammo capacity is going to be pretty rough. And if that wasn't enough, it looks like there's actually another pistol, a Desert Eagle. People have been asking for this gun forever. And it's actually looking like it's going to be in there because they actually have a screen of it from the game files. And if you look really closely, it shows as a .44 Magnum. It's not going to be the 50 cal version of it, which is probably a good thing because no one wants to get one shot by a pistol. Because, you know what everybody will do. They'll start running around with this only. And I'm going to guess it's going to shoot relatively slowly just because to balance it out against the other revolvers. Because this thing should really kick ass, even if it is only a 44 caliber. And I know I'll use it some. When I first heard about this, I thought this is going to be like a battle pickup, like one of the other rifles or the USAS. But no, there's that image there shows it in your loadout, so you definitely can equip it. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to balance this. Hopefully they make it very good. At the same time, not what everybody uses. And of course, how can we forget? They have announced formally there will be a Ballistic Shield. It's in the cover art there. And it will definitely replace your primary by the looks of it. And I'm not sure how this is going to really work. I could see some hassles on your team blocking the pathways fairly often. But, at the same time, something like on Metro or maybe these new maps coming up, being able to block all the incoming fire down those tunnels would be very, very nice. I mean, hell, I'd rock it occasionally if I had some teammates that I know are going to follow behind me. But we'll see how it works out. Is it going to be destroyed easily? Are rockets going to blow it up? Grenades going to blow it up? Who knows? And I really want to see how this thing works and plays out. And if you also notice in that cover art, it's a little covered up by the Battlefield 4 logo, But there's a pump action shotgun there. Which shotgun is that? It's not been found in the game files yet. They typically do put the guns that are going to be in the DLC on the cover art. So I'm going to guess it's actually going to be there. It's just not included as of yet. How is this going to be different than like the 870 or the spas? Who knows? But I do like my shotguns, and I'll definitely be using this thing quite a bit. If you enjoyed my video and found anything useful here, I would appreciate hitting the like button. And also, please subscribe. I have two awful gun loadouts here. One's a FAMAS with a fairly bad setup, and another one was a CZ3A1. And it was pretty bad too, but I made the best of it. Thanks, everybody.